And I will return to the game. There we go. Look at that, look at that. Just hoes being bros. Because that's how it goes, you know. We're matching. Why am I walking when I could be fast traveling? What is here? What is this? King Olaf's verse. We can do King Olaf's verse. We can do some journaling for Selma. We could get a razor. I do need to shave my head. So, you know, getting a razor could be good for that. My hair feels so long. I know it doesn't look that long. It does not look long at all. It looks like nothing. But it's so long. And it grows so fast. It's so fucking annoying. Like, it's only been like a week or two. Just travel there. Okay, let's do the Thalmor. This is gonna be painful, but you know, to help me, to assist with the pain, I have chocolate. I will cry and eat chocolate. These cookies are the shit. Like, literally. Best cookies ever. They're like shortbread on one side and chocolate on the other. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going. And I don't remember where I've been. Is that the place we're going to? I think that's the place we're going to. I don't know. No, thank you. No, thank you. Iona! Iona, help! Thank you, Iona. That was really helpful. Oh, hey, look, we're like right there. Maybe if I go down here. I don't think the Thalmor like me. So they don't want to help me. Or whatever. Not help me. They're not gonna want to give me what I want. They might even respond with violence. Oh, shit. Okay, actually, I think we might not be able to do this. Because, like, I think they're all the way down there. How do I get down there? Oh, like that. Or not. Where are they? Okay, we're gonna off-road it. Oh, fuck. I just scratched my face in, like, the worst way, and it hurt very badly. Yeah, it's like down here at the bottom of this hill. And I don't know how to get down there. So we're just gonna do off-road. Literally climbing a mountain right now. I bet you didn't know the Dragonborn could climb. Fuck roads. I am a certified boonie crasher. No! Barnacle cluster. Wonderful gifts. Oh my god, I really like... Oh, that really hurt my face. Oh my god. Ouch. Hi.
Halt!
What is this place?
That's privileged information. Now, move along.
Can I just go inside? Cookie. Well, actually, no more cookies. No more cookies.
Halt!
What? I can't just go here?
Is someone there?
Okay, bye.
You can't hide from me.
Okay, so they don't like it when I walk up to them. No, I'm walking away. Damn, they're so hostile. Alright, we're gonna go on this rock here. We're gonna have our ass kicked by this crab. Ah, fuck. Oh! Oh wait, no, it was the shit. It was the shit one. It's okay. It's okay. Oh fuck. Why are you coming at me? That's cool. I'm just like on fire now. You're in water. I can't shout in water. Apparently not. Okay. Anyways, let's see. Items. Oh, there's Iona. Nice. Okay, the whole team is together. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. We're gonna do the bow. We're gonna do a little bit of archery. I forgot to put my books away. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, shit. Now, I don't know what I'm doing here, which means that it's a good time to save. Because I think I might die. smell like crummy. Like crumbs, you know, actual crumbs from like crackers and things. Not a person I see. No, it isn't. Okay. We have to free the guy. There's a person up there. Can I hit them from all the way over here? I cannot, and now they... Fucking Iona! For fuck's Christ! Jesus, save us! Fuck. Oh, no, wait, that was... There's Iona. That was not Iona. We're gonna hide. We're gonna hide. We're gonna stay hidden for a bit. They're not gonna know we're here. Iona, come on. Let's move back, move back, move back. And there. We're just gonna... Okay, that didn't hit him at all. I mean, I know he's there. I can't really see him. Oh, yeah, fuck. Oh! Oh, shit! I do not know how many are left. I'm gonna say probably too many. Here's what I'm thinking we'll do. If I send an arrow, yep, ancient Nord arrows. We're using the shit arrows. Because they seem to be attracted to sounds. Hopefully, we will take the bait. There he is, I see him. So tiny. I don't know if I should risk getting closer. Not much good cover out here, aside from the rock. Let's go this way. Maybe we can get a better angle. Ooh, mushroom. But yeah, maybe we can get a better angle from the other side. We can't go too far, because that will block us. I don't see any. Look at that. Very exposed. I hate that. I hate that. Got a little bit of tree cover here, which is good for hiding. It's bad for shooting. Nernroot. Mush, 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 mush. I'm just gonna go. Let's see. Because this is kind of sheltered. Let's see if we can get right up there. Without... Oh. Okay, we can. Like, I know that one of them is gonna see us at some point. Okay. Fuck! Everybody and their goddamn brother comes out here.
That it? That you this? Come on, let's see you put up a fight.
Okay, let's get their archer. Let's get some better arrows. Glass arrow. Okay, but we don't shoot at me though. Stop moving! I am not very good at this. You know what? Let's try it. Alright, we're just gonna run. Running away. Iona! Hidden. Okay, we're hidden. Nope. Did it hit him? I don't think it hit him. We might have to aim a little bit up. Can't see him. I know he's there. He's like right there. Let's see. Yep, I got him. Oh, fuck. Where's Iona? Which one is Iona? I don't know which one Iona is. There we go. Okay. Let's go to the rose. Iona okay? Where's Iona? Oh, she was, you know, in the water, drowning. Well, that's fun. Restoration. Okay, we're already on healing. Just want to go over here and get this asshole. Oh, you got him for me. I mean, it's pretty light. Back to sneak. That's kind of heavy, but you know what? Let's take it. I had to go to all this work to kill all of you. I'm getting my money's worth. Ooh, gilded armor. What's the difference between the gilded armor and the regular armor? Oh, look at that. I killed you with that arrow. Fuck your whole entire life. Where do you suppose my buddy is going to be? I mean, he's not my buddy. I don't know who he is. Oh, look at that. Maybe he's right there. Let's go inside. Okay. Oh, fuck. Iona, stay back. Common. Let's do stamina poison, maybe? Stamina poison isn't going to be very useful for this, is it? Okay. Come on over there. Okay. Oh, it's a dead guy? Oh, it's a dead guy. Nice! Dead guy. Anyways, where were we? Ooh, second-hand wine. Not just any second-hand wine. No, this is Dead Thalmor second-hand wine. Only the finest of second-hand wines are collected by myself, the second-hand wine sales person. Now, these fine vintages are taken from the Thalmor headquarters. The Thalmor headquarters were sacked by moi and a small company of helpers, of little helper. Excuse me. I'm busy. As I was saying, of little helpers who helped with, vicious stabby instruments, and were taken during the assault, and at the time of their collection, they were found on top of books. They were found on top of a table next to empty wine bottles. So, you are lucky that there were some that were still full. Adra and Daedra, I believe we have... Excuse me. Can we not do this? Do we have to do this right now? Do we have to? He's gonna be a little brat. Adra and Daedra. Okay, yeah, we read this. Thief of Virtue. I don't think we've read this. Okay. Let me tell the tale of the Thief of Virtue in the land of Hammerfell. In the city of such, there lived... The city of such. There lived a baron who was quite wealthy. He was a noted collector of rare coins. The Baroness Veronique found the whole thing quite tedious. However, she did appreciate the lifestyle that the baron's wealth provided. Ravius Tyrannus, he's a bad guy, huh? Oh, yep, was a noted thief. He claimed to be a master thief in the mythical Guild of Thieves. However, that was most likely just braggadocio. The only known thieves guild was wiped out over 450 years ago. Ha, 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 ha. Ravius decided that decided that the Baron should share his wealth. Specifically, he should share it with Ravius, the wily like Wile E. Coyote? Yeah, Wily. Thief crept into the Baron's castle one night, intending to do just that. The walls of the castle were noted for their height and unscalability. Ravius cleverly used an arrow of penetration. Did he now? To affix a rope to the top of the battlements. Once on the battlements, he had to evade the Baron's guards. By hiding in the shadows of the crenellations, he was able to Stop distracting me. He was able to work his way to the keep undetected. Entering the keep was child's play for a thief of his caliber. However, a cunning lock with no less than 13 pins protected the private quarters of the Baron. Ravius broke only 9 lockpicks to open it, using only a fork, a bit of string, and a wine skin. He disabled the 7 traps guarding the Baron's coin collection. Truly, Ravius was a master among thieves. With the coins safely in his grasp, Ravius began his escape, only to find the way blocked. The Baron had found the open door and was raising a guard to scour the castle. Raising like he was waking him up? Okay. Ravius fled deeper into the castle, one step ahead of the questing guards. His only way out led through the boudoir of the Baroness Veronique. He entered to find the lady preparing for bed. So he's, Ravius, he's, you know what I'm saying. Now it should be said that at this point, that Ravius was noted for his handsome looks, while the Baroness was noted for her plainness. Both of these facts were immediately recognized by each of the pair. "Dost thou come to plunder my virtue?" asked the lady, all a-tremble. "Nay, fair lady," Ravius said, thinking quickly. "Plunder be a harsh term to apply upon such a delicate flower as your virtue." Oh, Jesus. "I see thou hast made off with mine husband's precious coins." I'm bad at, consistency of voices, so yeah. We're just gonna try. Okay? Ravius looked deeply into her eyes and saw the only path by which he would escape this night with his life. It would require a double sacrifice. "Though these coins are of rarest value, I have now found a treasure that is beyond all value," Ravius said smoothly. "Tell me, O beauteous one, why dost thy husband set 7 deadly traps around these tawdry coins, but only a simple lock upon the door of his virtuous wife?" "Ignace protects those things that are dearest to him," Veronique replied with ire. "I would give all the gold in my possession to spend but a moment basking in your radiance." I know that I'm gonna be cringe, but at the same time, previously, I was waxing poetically about how wonderful Iona is. I'm okay with that. With that, Ravius set down the coins he had worked so hard to steal. The Baroness swooned into his arms. When the captain of the guard asked to search her quarters, she hid Ravius most skillfully. She turned over the coins, claiming the thief dropped them when he fled out the window. What? Turned them over? Okay. With that sacrifice made, Ravius steeled himself for the second. He robbed the Lady Veronique of her virtue that night. He robbed her of it several times, lasting well into the wee hours of the morning. Exhausted, yet sated, he stole away in the pre-dawn hours. Anyways, Pella, Volume 1. Palla. I see we're doing a little bit of Lolita inspired. I see. I can only assume what will be in this book, and I'm not looking forward to it. I remember when I first heard that name, not long ago at all. It was at a Tales and Tellos. So you're telling stories with candlelight. I actually do like that. I do like that. That is quite clever. Ball at a very fine estate west of Mir Korup, to which I and my fellow Mage Guild's initiates had found ourselves unexpectedly invited. Truth be told, we needn't have been too surprised. There were very few other noble families in Mir Korup. The region had its halcyon days as a resort for the wealthy far back in the Second Era, and on reflection, it was only appropriate to have sorcerers and wizards present. I do something weird with my R's now that I've never noticed myself doing before, but it's weird. And upon reflection, it was only appropriate to have sorcerers and wizards present at a supernatural holiday. Lots of R's. Not that we were anything more exotic than students at a small, non-exclusive charter house of the guild, but like I said, there was a paucity of other choices available. Ooh, a paucity. It means there's not very many other options. For close to a year, the only home I had known was the rather ramshackle, if sprawling, grounds of the everything in Skyrim is ramshackle. If sprawling grounds of the Mir Korup Mages Guild. My only companions were my fellow initiates, most of which only tolerated me, and the masters whose bitterness at being at a backwater guild prompted never-ending abuse. Immediately, the School of Illusion had attracted me. The magister who taught us recognized me as an apt pupil who loved not only the spells of the science, but their philosophical underpinnings. The philosophical underpinnings of shooting a fireball out of one's hand at an opponent and murdering them in the heat of battle. Yes, very philosophical indeed. There was something about the idea of warping the imperceptible energies of light, sound, and mind that appealed to my nature. Not for me the flashy schools of destruction and alteration, the holy schools of restoration and conjuration, the practical schools of alchemy and enchantment, or the chaotic school of mysticism. I do like chaos and mysticism. Anyway, no, I was never so pleased as to take an ordinary object and, by a little magic, make it seem something other than what it was. Like taking air and turning it into a battle axe so that you might bash your opponent's head in the heat of battle. Anyways, it would have taken more imagination than I had to apply that philosophy to my monotonous life after the morning's lessons. We were assigned tasks before our evening classes. What? Mine had been to clean out the study of a recently deceased resident of the guild and categorize his clutter of spellbooks, charms, and incunabula. I have no idea what the fuck that is. I don't even know if that's a real word. It was not lovely. There are many things that are lovely, but this was in fact lonely and tedious. It was a lonely and tedious appointment. Magister Tenderizer was an inveterate collector of worthless junk, the best kind of junk, but I was reprimanded any time I threw something away of the least possible value. This is correct. You should be. Gradually, I learned enough to deliver each of his belongings to the appropriate department, potions of healing to the magisters of restoration, books on physical phenomena to the masters of alteration, herbs and minerals to the alchemists, and soul gems and bound items to the enchanters. After one delivery to the enchanters, I was leaving with my customary lack of appreciation when Magister Ilther called me back. Boy, said the portly and old man, handing me back one item. Destroy this. It was a small black disc covered with runes, with a ring of red-orange gems like bones circling its periphery. I'm sorry, Magister, I stammered. I thought it was something you'd be interested in. Take it to the Great Flame and destroy it, he barked, turning his head back on me. You never brought it here. I'm not gonna read that again because I don't care how he said it. My interest was piqued because I knew the only thing that would make him react in such a way. Necromancy! I went back. Everybody talks like necromancy is like the worst thing ever, but then everybody is doing necromancy. Necromancy is Skyrim's worst kept secret. Anyway, I went back to Magister tenderizer's chamber, and pored through his notes, looking for any reference to the disc. Unfortunately, most of the notes had been written in a strange code that I was powerless to decipher. I was so fascinated by the mystery that I nearly arrived late for my evening classes in enchantment taught by Magister Ilther himself. For the next several weeks, I divided my time categorizing the general debris and making my deliveries and researching the disc. I came to understand that my instinct was correct. The disc was a genuine necromantic artifact. Though I couldn't understand most of the Magister's notes, I determined that he thought it to be a means of resurrecting a loved one from the grave. Sadly, the time had come when the chamber had been categorized and cleared, and I was given another assignment, assisting in the stables of the guild's menagerie. Stables. Menagerie. Okay, whatever. It's just... I didn't, you could just say horses. We could just say horses. Or we could just say the stables. In the guild stables. Like, we don't have to work so hard. At least, finally, I was working with some of my fellow initiates and had the opportunity of meeting the common folk and nobles who came to the guild on various errands. Then why don't we just say the people? Some of the people. Thus, I was employed when we were all invited to the Tales and Talos ball. If the expected glamour of the evening were not enough, our hostess was reputed to be a young, rich, unmarried orphan from Hammerfell. Only a month or two before had she moved to our desolate wooded corner of the Imperial province to reclaim an old family manor house and grounds. She's going to sacrifice you to something. And the initiates at the guild gossiped like old women about the mysterious young lady's past, what had happened to her parents, why she had left or been driven from her homeland. Her name was Betaniki, and that was all we knew. We wore our robes of initiation with pride as we arrived at the ball. At the enormous marble foyer, a servant announced each of our names as if we were royalty, and we strutted into the midst of the revelers with great puffery. Ooh, I like that. Puffery. Where's the cat? Yes. So do you have great puffery? Are you a mighty puff? Yes, he is indeed. He has great puffery. Of course, we were then promptly ignored by one and all. In essence, we were unimportant figures to lend some thickness to the ball. Some thickness. I mean, I'm appreciating this a little bit more than some of the others. Background characters. The important people pushed through us with perfect politeness. There was old lady Shadura discussing diplomatic appointments to the Balmora with the Duke of Rimfarlin. An orc warlord entertained a giggling princess with tales of sexual assault and pillage. 3 of the guild magisters worried with 3 painfully thin noble spinsters about the haunting of Daggerfall. What? Not a fan of that one. Intrigues at the imperial and various royal courts were analyzed, gently mocked, fretted over, toasted, dismissed, evaluated, mitigated, admonished, subverted. No one looked our way, even when we were right next to them. It was as if my skilled illusion had somehow rendered us all invisible. I took my flagon out to the terrace. The moons were doubled, equally luminous in the sky and in the enormous reflecting pool that stretched out into the garden. Okay, so the moons were doubled by the reflecting pool and were equally luminous. There are some times when it is okay to take information, side information. And there are some times when, for the clarity's sake of your sentence, it's important to do information, side information. And many, many times does the Skyrim books do information, side information. And very few times does it do information, side information. For clarity's sake, and for my own sanity, Please, please, let this cease. Now, where was I? The white marble statuette lining the sides of the pool caught the fiery glow, and seemed to burn like torches in the night. The sight was so otherworldly that I was mesmerized by it, and strange red-guard figures immortalized in stone. Our hostess had made her home there so recently that some of the sculptures were still wrapped in sheets that billowed and swayed in the gentle breezes. I don't know how long I stared before I realized I wasn't alone. The statues are people. They are people. She's turning people into statues. She was so small and so dark, not only in her skin, but in her clothing, that I nearly took her for a shadow. When she turned to me, I saw she was very beautiful and young, not more than 17. Are you our hostess? I finally asked. Yes, she smiled, blushing, but I'm ashamed to admit that I'm very bad at it. I should be inside with my new neighbors, but I think we have very little in common. It's been made abundantly clear that they hope I have nothing in common with them either. I laughed. When I am a little higher than an initiate in the Mage Guild, they might see me as more of an equal. I don't understand the concept of equality in Cyrodiil yet, she frowned. In my culture, you proved your worth, not just expected it. My parents both were great warriors, as I hope to be. Her eyes went out to the lawn, to the statues. Do the sculptures represent your parents? That's my father, Darium, there, she said, gesturing to the life-size representation of a massively built man, unashamedly naked, gripping another warrior by the throat and preparing to decapitate him with an outstretched blade. Soul leaving body? It was clearly a realistic depiction. 101 ways to tell me that man has a penis without telling me that man has a penis. Anyways, Darium's face was plain, even slightly ugly, with a low forehead, a mass of tangled hair, stubble on his cheeks, even a slight gap in his teeth, which no sculptor would surely have invented except to do justice to his model's true idiosyncrasies. And your mother? I asked, pointing to a nearby statue of a proud, rather squat warrior woman in a mantilla and scarf holding a child. Oh, no, she laughed. That was my uncle's old nurse. She turned them all into stone. Mother's statue still has a sheet over it. I don't know what prompted me to insist that we unveil the statue that she pointed to. In all likelihood, it was nothing but fate and a selfish desire to continue this conversation. I was afraid that if I did not give her a project, she would feel the need to return to the party. And I would be alone again. Removing a sheet is a whole entire project. At first, she was reluctant. She had not yet made up her mind whether the statues would suffer in the wet, sometimes cold Cyrodiil climate. Perhaps all should be covered, she reasoned. It may be that she was merely making conversation, was reluctant to decide to end the standoff, and be that much closer to having to return to the party. Fuck. I just like my voice. I'm losing my voice, I think. In a few moments' time, we tore the tarp from the statue of Betaniki's mother. That is when my life changed forevermore. She was an untamed spirit of nature, screaming in a struggle with a misshapen monstrous figure in black marble. From her gorgeous long fingers were raking across the creature's face. The monstrous talons gripped her right breast in a sort of caress that prefaces a mortal wound. Now I'm just thinking about statues that grab titties, and I'm the Hades and just look up Hades and Persephone's statue, the abduction of Persephone, something like that. I don't know. Just look it up, and look at the close-ups. It's. Its legs and hers wound around one another in a battle that was a dance. I felt annihilated. This lithe but formidable woman was beautiful beyond all superficial standards. Whoever had sculpted it had somehow captured not only a face and a figure of a goddess, but her power and will. She was both tragic and triumphant. I felt instantly and fatally in love with her. Okay, so he's going to turn the statue into a person. I had not even noticed when Gellin, one of my fellow initiates who was leaving the party, came up behind us. Apparently, I had whispered the word magnificent, because I heard Betanique reply, as if miles away, yes, it is magnificent. Oh, wait. Yes, it is magnificent. That is why I was afraid of exposing it to the elements. Then I heard clearly, like a stone breaking water, Gillen. Mara, preserve me. That must be Paula. Then you heard of my mother? Asked Betaniki, turning his way. I hail from Wayrest, practically on the border of Hammerfell. I don't think there's anyone who hasn't heard of your mother and her great heroism ridding the land of that abominable beast. She died in that struggle, didn't she? Yes, said the girl sadly, but so too did the creature. For a moment we were all silent. I don't remember anything more of that night. Somehow I knew I was invited to dine the next evening, but my mind and heart had been entirely and forevermore arrested. Forevermore can be one word. Rested by the statue, I returned back to the guild, but my dreams were fevered and brought me no rest. Everything seemed diffused by white light, except for one beautiful, fearsome woman. Paula. Is it Paula or Dala? Maybe it's Dala. Maybe that's supposed to be a D. Okay, no. See, that's a D. That's a D. See, Duke. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth line. Fourth word. Duke. That's a D right there. So that is Pala. It's Pala. And then right there is province. So 1, 2, 3, fourth line down, first word. Province. That's a P. So then it would be Pala. There's so many pages. So many pages. Yeah, Pala. Okay. Anyways. Scourge of the Grey Quarter by Frilgith Horsebreaker. Frilgith Horsebreaker. The tragedies befalling Morrowind do bring forth pity. What? Okay. The tragedies befalling Morrowind do bring forth pity from even the stoutest Nordic heart. The Dark Elves deserve our condolences, but thus far they do not show themselves deserving of the simplest acts of charity. There are very different approaches to how to deal with the imminent problem of Morrowind. Jesus Christ, this is gonna be a bad one. And I offer two options as seen and practiced in Skyrim. One should serve as an exemplar, the other a cautionary tale. Consider Riften, which shares a border with the ruined province. A number of dark elves have made their homes there, but they are expected to earn their livelihoods as any other citizen of the great city. They ply trades as merchants, work in the temple, and serve in the keep. Honest labor to be admired from a race that was so recently in such dire straits as to even warrant this discussion. That's sus as fuck. Today, the city has its share of problems, but they are not traceable to any influx of outsiders in their presence. In short, the Dark Elves have properly assimilated, oh boy, themselves into the Skyrim way of life to be expected from any newcomer to these lands. For an alternative approach, oh boy, ooh, you doggies. We only have to look at the once proud city of Windhelm to see what can happen when our arms are cast too wide open in welcome. Just, you know. Windhelm is a segregated city. Maybe this is going somewhere. Maybe, you know, maybe it's going somewhere. To think that the city of Ysgramor, whose very name was made in driving out the elves from our sacred home, would open itself as a welcome destination for any refugee from the smoking sulphur is a disgrace to the very idea of being a Nord. And And what has become of this? Predictably, the lazy, discontented rabble has descended into squalor in an area now delicately referred to as the Grey Quarter of the city. They were not expected to contribute, and so have not. I might throw things. I haven't thrown things yet, but I might. But they attempted to make over a proud Nord city into a little pocket of Morrowind is insulting enough, but the amount of unrest they have provoked, even within the proper city walls, should have given any other Jarl reason to fear. What the fuck? Who wrote this? I want to see who wrote this. I want to see if this guy is... Because there's that one asshole. There's that one asshole who, like, harasses the elves and, like, threatens them and fights them and tries to, like, you know, get into fights with them. And I'm just wondering if this guy... I don't think that guy knows how to write. Let alone read. I don't... Oh, wait. No. Okay. No. Well, you know what? I think I'm done with this one because I don't want to tear out all of my hair. Pirate King of the Abyssinian. Poke out your eyes, lad. Pour lead in your ears. Those sails portend madness, dark horror, and fear. Abandon your lasses, your ship, and your gold. Blood on the water, Velik this way comes. Why did we make a break there? Why is there a break there? Blood on the water, Velik this way comes. A noose from the rigging, a plank from the boards. What? Do yourself in, don't try it crossing swords. Mercy's not a ship make among that heartless horde. Blood on the water, the pirate king comes. Stout empire galleon or swift elven skiff. They everyone splinter and just as soon sink, but only after crew and captain have their fun. We're dissolving. We are dissolving. Let's not even try. Skiff, sink. Not even trying. Not even trying. Blood on the water, your days are done. Blood on the water. Blood on the water. Blood on the water. Blood on the water. He'll tear your gut and he'll eat your heart raw. His eyes gleam red, his heart will never thaw. Mark well these words, you quaking babes. Hold on. Tear your gut and he'll eat your heart raw. 10. 10. 8. No. Yeah, 8. 10, 10, 8. Okay. That's 11. That's 10. That's 12. No, we're not even trying. We're not even trying. Blood on the Water follows Captain Velik Sane. Babes, sane, fun, done. Okay. Horde comes, nope. Nope. Sometimes we try, sometimes we don't. That was pretty bad. The real Baron Zaya. 500 years ago, in Mournhold, city of gems, there lived a blind widow and her only child, a tall, strapping young man. He was a miner, as was his father before him, a common laborer in the mines of the Lord of Mournhold. for his ability in magica was small. The work was honorable, but paid poorly. His mother made and sold comberry cakes. Comberry? To help eke out their living. They did well enough. She said they had enough to fill their bellies. No one could wear more than one suit of clothing at a time. Ew. And the roof leaked only when it rained. I hate to tell you, but if your roof is only leaking when it rains, then your roof is not doing what a roof is supposed to do. Anyways, but Symmachus would have liked more. He hoped for a lucky strike at the mines, which would garner him a large bonus. In his free hours. He enjoyed hosting a mug of ale in the tavern with his friends, and gambling with them at cards. He also drew the eyes and sighs of more than one pretty elven lass. Although none held his interest for long, he was a typical young dark elf of peasant descent, remarkable only for his size. It was rumored that he had a bit of Nordic blood in him. In his 30th year, there was a great rejoicing in Mournhold. A girl child had been born to the lord and lady. A queen, the people sing. A queen is born to us, for among the people of Mournhold, the birth of an heiress is a sure sign of future peace and prosperity. When the time came round for the royal child's rite of naming, the mines were closed, and Symmachus dashed home to bathe and dressed in his best. He only has one outfit. I'll rush straight home and tell you all about it, he promised his mother, who would not be able to attend. She had been ailing, and besides there would be a great crush of people, as all Mournhold turned out to be part of the blessed event, and being blind she would be unable to see anything. Anyway, kind of ableist, but okay. My son, she said, afore you go, fetch me a priest or a healer, or else I may pass from the mortal plane ere you return. Symmachus crossed to her pallet at once and noticed anxiously that her forehead was very hot and her breathing shallow. That's kind of what happens when you live in a house with a roof that leaks. He pried loose a slat of the wooden floor under which their small hoard of savings was kept. There wasn't nearly enough to pay a priest for healing. He would have to give what they had and owe the rest. Symmachus snatched up his cloak and hurried away. I literally read a book, and now I can do healing stuff with my hands. The streets were full of folk hurrying to the sacred grove, but the temples were locked and barred. Closed for the ceremony, read all the signs. Symmachus elbowed his way through the mob and managed to overtake a brown-robed priest. After the rite, brother, the priest said, if you have gold, I shall gladly attend your mother. The Lord has bidden all clerics attend, and I for one have no wish to offend him. My mother's desperately ill, Symmachus pled. Surely the Lord will not miss one lowly priest. True, but the archcanon will, the priest said nervously, tearing his robe loose from Symmachus's desperate grip and vanishing into the crowd. Symmachus tried other priests and even a few mages, but with no better result. Armored guards marched through the street and pushed him aside with their lances, and Symmachus realized that the royal procession was approaching. As the carriage bearing the city's ruler drew abreast, Symmachus rushed out from the crowd and shouted, my lord, my mother is dying. I forbid her to do so on this glorious night, the lord shouted, laughing and scattering coin into the throng. What an asshole. Symmachus was close enough to smell wine on the royal breath. On the other side of the carriage, his lady clutched the babe to her breast and stared slit-eyed at Symmachus. Her nostrils flared in disdain. Guards, she cried, remove this oaf. Rough hands seized Symmachus, and he was beaten and left dazed by the side of the road. Symmachus, head aching, followed in the wake of the crowd and witnessed the rite of naming. From the top of a hill, he could see the brown-robed clerics and the blue-robed mages gathered near the high-born folk. Far below, Baron Zaya. The name came dimly to Symmachus's ears as the high priest lifted the swaddled babe and proffered her to the twin moons on either side of the horizon. Joan rising, Jode setting. What? That's her name? Behold the Lady Baron Zaya, born to the land of Mournhold. Grant her thy blessings and thy counsel, ye kind gods, that she might ever rule over Mournhold. It is its ken, its wheel, its kith, and its ilk. Old-timey sounding words. I don't even fucking know. Bless her, all the people intoned, along with their lord and lady, hands upraised. Only Symmachus stood silent, head bowed, knowing in his heart that his dear mother was gone, and in silence he swore a mighty oath that she should be his lord's bane, and in vengeance for his mother's needless death, the child Berenziah he should have for his own bride, and that his mother's grandchildren should be born to rule over Mournhold. He's like 30. He's 30. Ew! After the ceremony, he watched impassively as the royal procession returned to the palace. He saw the priest to whom he'd first spoken. The man came gladly enough now, in return for the gold Simmus had, and promised him more afterwards. They found his mother dead. The priest sighed and tucked the pouch of gold coins away. I'm sorry, brother, it's all right. You can forget the rest of the gold. There's aught I can do here, likely. Give me back my money, Symmachus snarled. You've done naught to earn it. He lifted his right arm threateningly. The priest backed away, about to utter a curse, but Symmachus struck him across the face. Before more than 3 words had left his mouth, he went down heavily, striking his head sharply on one of the stones that formed the fire pit. He died instantly. Symmachus snatched up the gold and fled the city. As he ran, he muttered one word over and over, like a sorcerer's chant. Berenziah, he said. Berenziah. Berenziah. Berenziah? Oh, wait, that's her name? Oh, okay, that's her name. I thought that was like the family name. On one of the balconies of the palace, staring down to the courtyard, were soldiers mild, I don't know, dazzling in their armor. Presently, they formed into ordered ranks and cheered as her parents, the lord and lady, emerged from the palace, clad from head to toe in ebony armor, long purple dyed fur cloaks flowing behind, splendidly caparisoned. Shining black horses were brought for them, and they mounted and rode to the courtyard gates and turned to salute her. Berenziah! They cried. Berenziah, our beloved, farewell. The little girl blinked back tears and waved one hand bravely, her favorite stuffed animal, a gray wolf cub. I'm not liking the way this looks, called Wolfen, clutched to her breast with the other. I'm not liking the way this looks even more. She had never been parted from her parents before and had no idea what it meant, save that there was war in the West, and the name Tiber Septim was on everyone's lips, spoken with hate and dread. Berenziah! The soldiers cried, lifting their lances and swords and bows. Then her dear parents turned and rode away, knights trailing in their wake until the courtyard was nearly emptied. Some time after came a day when Berenziah was shaken awake by her nurse, dressed hurriedly, and borne from the palace. All she could remember of that dreadful time was seeing a huge shadow with burning eyes filling the sky. She was passed from hand to hand. Foreign soldiers appeared, disappeared, and sometimes reappeared. Her nurse vanished and was replaced by strangers, some more strange than others. There were many days, or it may have been weeks, of travel. One morning she awoke to step out of the coach into a cold place with a large gray stone castle amid empty, endless gray-green hills covered patchily with gray-white snow. She clutched Wolfen to her breast in both hands and stood blinking and shivering in the gray dawn, feeling very small and very dark in this endless gray-white space. She and Hannah, a brown-skinned, black-haired maid, who had been traveling with her for several days, went inside the keep. A large gray-white woman with icy gray-golden hair, was standing by an hearth in one of the rooms. She stared at Berenziah with dreadful, bright blue eyes. She's very black, isn't she? The woman remarked to Hannah. I've never seen a dark elf before. I don't know much about them myself, my lady, Hannah said, but this one's got red hair and a temper to match. I can tell you that. Take care. She bites, and worse. I'll soon train her out of that. Ew. The other woman sniffed. And what's that filthy thing she's got? Ugh. The woman snatched Wolfen away and threw him into the blazing earth. Berenziah shrieked and would have flung herself after him, but was held back despite her attempts to bite and claw at her captors. Poor Wolfen was reduced to a tiny heap of tarred ash. Berenziah grew like a weed transplanted to a Skyrim garden, a ward of Count Sven and his wife Lady Inga. Outwardly, that is, she thrived, but always there was a cold and empty place within. I raised her as my own daughter, Lady Inga was wont to sigh as she sat gossiping when neighbor ladies came to visit. But she's a dark elf. What can you expect? Bernzai was not meant to overhear these words. At least she thought she was not. Her hearing was keener than that of her Nordic hosts. Other less desirable dark elven traits evidently included pilfering, lying, and a little misplaced magic. Just a small fire spell here and a little levitation spell there. And as she grew older, a keen interest in boys and men who could provide very pleasant sensations, and to her astonishment, gifts as well. Inga disapproved of this last for reasons incomprehensible to Baronzaya, so she was careful to keep it as secret as possible. She's wonderful with the children, Inga added, referring to her 5 sons, all younger than Baronzaya. I don't think she'd ever let them come to harm. A tutor had been hired when Johnny was 6 and Baronzaya 8, and they took their lessons together. She would have liked to train in arms as well. The very idea scandalized Count Sven and Lady Inga, so Baronzaya was given a small bow and allowed to play at target shooting with the boys. She watched them at arms practice when she could, sparred with them when no grown-up folk were about, and knew she was good as or better than they. She is very proud, though, isn't she? One of the ladies would whisper to Inga, and Baronzaya, pretending not to hear, would nod silently in agreement. She could not help but feel superior to the Count and his lady. There was something about them that provoked contempt. Afterwards, she came to learn that Sven and Inga were distant cousins of Darkmoor Keep's last titled residents, and she finally understood. They were posers, impostors, not rulers at all. At least, they were not raised to rule. This thought made her strangely furious at them. A good, clean hatred, quite detached from resentment. She came to see them as disgusting and repellent insects who could not be despised, who could be despised, but never feared. How long is this? Once a month, a courier came from the Emperor, bringing a small bag of gold for Sven and Inga, and a large bag of dried mushrooms from Morrowind for Baronzaya. There we go. Her favorite treat. On these occasions, she was always made to look presentable, or at least as presentable as a shiny dark elf could be made to look in Inga's eyes, before being summoned into the courier's presence for a brief interview. The same courier seldom came twice, but all of them looked her over in much the same way a farmer would look over a hog he is readying for the oh, boy. In the spring of her 16th year, Baronzaya thought the carrier looked as if she were at last ready for market. Bubba, I'm trying to read here. Upon reflection, she decided she did not wish to be marketed. The stable boy, Straw, a big, muscular, blonde lad, clumsy, gentle, affectionate, and rather simple, had been urging her to run off for some weeks now. Baronzaya stole the bag of gold the courier had left, took the mushrooms from the storeroom, disguised herself as a boy, and one of Joni's old tunics and a pair of his cast-off breeches, and on one fine spring night she and Straw took the two best horses from the stable and rode hard through the night towards White Run, the nearest city of any importance and the place where Straw wanted to be. But Mournhold and Morrowind also lay eastward, and they drew Baronzaya as a lodestone draws iron. Are you okay? He's purring. In the morning, they abandoned the horses at Baronzaya's insistence. She knew they would be missed and tracked down, and she hoped to throw off any pursuers. They continued on foot until late afternoon, keeping to the side roads, and slept for several hours in an abandoned hut. They went on at dusk and came to Whiterun's city gates just before dawn. Baronzaya had prepared a pass of sorts for Straw, a makeshift document stating an errand to a temple in the city for a local village lord. She herself glided over the wall with help of a levitation spell. She had reasoned correctly, as it turned out that by now the gate guards would have been alerted to keep an eye out for a young, dark, elfin girl and a Nordic boy traveling together. Okay. On the other hand, unaccompanied country yokels, like Straw, were a common enough sight, and alone and with papers it was unlikely he would draw any attention. Her simple plan went smoothly. She met Straw at the temple, which was not far from the gate. She had been to Whiterun on a few previous occasions. Straw, however, had never been more than a few miles from Sven's estate, which was his birthplace. He's probably... Anyways, together they made their way to Rundown Inn in the poorer quarters of Whiterun, gloved, cloaked, and hooded against the morning chill. Baron Zaya's dark skin and red eyes were not apparent, and no one paid any heed to them. They entered the inn separately. Straw paid the innkeeper for a single cubicle, an immense meal, and 2 jugs of ale. Baron Zaya sneaked in a few minutes later. They ate and drank together. Is this going anywhere? Why do I have to know every detail of their life? It's so long. They ate and drank together gleefully, rejoicing in their escape, and made love vigorously on the narrow path. Whew. Afterwards, they fell into a exhausted, dreamless sleep. They stayed for a week at Whiterun. Straw earned a bit of money running errands, and Baron Zaya burgled a few houses at night. She continued to dress as a boy. She cut her hair short and dyed her flame red tresses jet black to further the disguise, and kept out of sight as much as possible. There were a few dark elves in Whiterun. There are. One day, Straw got them work as temporary guards for a merchant caravan traveling east. The one-armed sergeant looked her over dubiously. Heh, he chuckled. Dark elf, ain't ya? Like setting a wolf to guard the sheep, that is. The lady in arms, and we ain't going near enough. Morwen, so's ye can betray us to your folk. Our homegrown bandits would as fain cut your throat as mine. The sergeant turned to give Straw an appraising look. He spun back abruptly towards Baron Zaya, whipping out his short sword, but she held her dagger out in the twinkling of an eye and was in a defensive stance. Straw drew his own knife and circled round the man's rear. We needed to hear every single detail of everything. The sergeant dropped his blade and chuckled again. Not bad, kids, not bad. How are you with yon bow, dark elf? Baron Zaya demonstrated her prowess briefly. Aye, not bad, tall. And you'll be keen of eye by night, boy, and of hearing tall times. What? At all. Like, at all? Tall? At all? Okay. A trusty dark elf makes as good a fighting man as any could ask for, I know. I served under Symmachus himself before I lost this arm and got invalided outer the Emperor's army. Oh, God. We could betray them. I know folk who'd pay well, Straw said later, as they bedded down for their last night at the ramshackle lodge. We'll rob them ourselves. They're very rich, those merchants are, Barry. Baron Zaya left. Whatever would we do with so much money? And will you spend it, of course. And besides, we need their protection for traveling quite as much as they need ours. We could buy a little farm, you and me, Barry, and settle down all nice-like. Peasant, thought Baron Zaya thought scornfully. Straw was a peasant and harbored nothing but peasant dreams. But all she said was, "Not here, Straw. We're too close to Darkmoor still. We'll have other chances further east." Drinky drink. Oh no. Oh God. I drank too fast. Oh God. Okay. Ooh. Oh yeah, we're fine. It's okay. That hurt. Anyways, Tiber Septim built roads. The tolls were steep. This particular caravan kept to the side roads as much as possible to avoid them. This exposed them to the hazards of wayside robbers, both human and orcish, and roving brigand bands of various races. But such were the perils of trade and profit. They had 2 such encounters before reaching Sungard, an ambush which Baron Zaya's keen ears warned them of in plenty of time for them to circle about and surprise the warned them of in plenty of time for them. There's a lot of them's there. We could have less them's. And a night attack by a mixed band of Khajiit humans and wood elves. The latter were a skilled band, and even Baron Zaya did not hear them sneaking up in time to give much warning. This time the fighting was fierce. The attackers were driven off, but 2 of the caravan's other guards were slain, and Straw got a nasty cut in his thigh before he and Baron Zaya managed to his Khajiit assailant's throat. I'm gonna actually go and put water in my Gatorade because I am still thirsty. Okay. Where were we? Oh. I don't have anything. Baron Zaya rather enjoyed the life. The garrulous surgeon had taken a liking to her, and she spent most of her evenings sitting around the campfire listening to his tales and campaigning in Morrowind with Tiber Septim and General Symmachus. This Symmachus had been made general of after Mournhold fell, the sergeant said. He's a fine soldier, boy. Symmachus is, but there wasn't Morn soldiery involved in that. But there was Morn soldiery involved in that Morrowind business, if you take my meaning. What? No, I don't take your meaning. But, well, you know all about that, I expect. No. I don't remember, Baron Zaya said, trying to sound nonchalant. I've lived most of my life in Skyrim. My mother married a Skyrim man. They're both dead, though. Tell me, what happened to the Lord and Lady of Mournhold? The sergeant shrugged. I ain't never heard. Dead, I expect. 'Twas a lot of fighting before the armistice got signed. It's pretty quiet now. Maybe too quiet, like a calm before a storm. Say, boy, you going back there? Maybe. Oh, because he thinks that she's a boy. Okay. Maybe, Baron Zaya said. The truth was that she was drawn irresistibly to Morrowind and Mournhold like a moth to a burning house. Straw sensed it and wasn't happy about it. He was unhappy anyway since they could not bed together as she was supposed to be a boy. I don't see why you can't. Baron Zaya rather missed it too, but not as much as Straw did, seemingly. The sergeant wanted them to sign on for the return trip, but gave them a bonus nonetheless when they turned the offer down and parchments of recommendation. Straw wanted to settle down permanently near Sungard, but Baron Zaya insisted on continuing their travels east. I'm the Queen of Mournhold by rights, she said, unsure whether it was true or it was just a daydream she had made up as a lost but bewildered child. I want to go home. I need to go home. That at least was true. Quite strong. Sometimes it like hits you on like the top of right there, right in the nose, but like the base of the nose. Anyways, after a few weeks, they managed the soft palate. It hits you in the soft palate. After a few weeks, they managed to get places in another caravan heading east. By early winter, they were at Riften and nearing the Morrowind border, but the weather had grown severe as the days passed. For fuck's sake, just stop rambling! You are a book in a video game. Why are you so long? Baron's eyes stood on top of the city walls and stared across the deep gorge that separated Riften from the snow-clad mountain wall guarding Morrowind beyond. Berry, Straw said gently. Mournhold's a long way off yet, nearly as far as we've come already, and the lands between are wild, full of wolves and bandits and orcs and lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, we'll have to wait for spring. There's Silgrid Tower, Barry said, referring to the dark elven township that had grown up around an ancient minaret guarding the border between Skyrim and Morrowind. The bridge guards won't let me cross, Barry. They're crack Imperial troops. They can't be bribed, and if you go alone. I won't try to stop you. But what will you do? Silgrid Tower is full of Imperial soldiers. Will you become a washing woman for them or a camp follower? No, Baron Zaya said slowly, thoughtfully. Actually, the idea was not entirely unappealing. She was sure she could earn a modest living by sleeping with the soldiers. So if you're a woman in Skyrim, you're either married, a mother, a prostitute, or in a Skyrim book. Women in Skyrim get to do a little bit more, but women in Skyrim books get to be married, mothers, especially dead mothers, specifically dead. You're like a mother, but you're dead. So married, dead mother, or a prostitute. Okay. Let's keep reading. Okay. I don't have any more snacks, so the wine is kind of hitting me a little bit harder. She had a few adventures of that sort when they crossed Skyrim, when she dressed as a woman and slipped away from Straw. She'd only been looking for a bit of variety. Straw was sweet but dull. She'd been startled by but extremely pleased when the men she picked up offered her money afterwards. Straw had been unhappy about it, though, and would shout for a while and sulk for days afterward if he caught her at it. He was quite jealous. He even threatened to leave her. Not that he ever did or could. Well, that's not... I have nothing. I have absolutely nothing to say. But the Imperial Guards were a tough and brutal lot by all accounts, and Baron's Eye had heard some very ugly stories during their treks. The ugliest of them by far come from the lips of ex-army veterans around the caravan campfire, and were proudly recounted. They'd been trying to shock her and Straw, she realized. But she also comprehended there was some truth behind the wild tales. Straw hated that kind of dirty talk and hated it more that she had to hear it. But there was a part of him that was fascinated nevertheless. Why are we pounding on the walls? Why are we pounding? Baron's Eye sensed this and had encouraged Straw to seek out other women, but he said he didn't want anyone else but her. She told him candidly she didn't feel that way about him, but she did like him better than anyone else. Then why do you go with other men? Straw had asked on one occasion. I don't know. Straw sighed. They say dark elven women are like that. Baron's Eye smiled and shrugged. I don't know. Or no, maybe I do know. Or maybe I do. Yes, I do know. She turned and kissed him in affection. I guess that's all the explanation there is. I guess that's finally the end. That was bad. I'm done reading. I'm done reading for a while. Because that was bad. That was pretty bad. What are we doing here? Oh yeah, we're here to get the dude. So far, we have deduced that all of Skyrim's books are bad. And my mind is not changing about that anytime soon. Are you supposed to be, like, running away? Oh no, I'm marking them for death. So anyways, put you right in the face, didn't I? That's nice. Glass sword. Elven dagger. Shit. Hi, Iona, darling.
You stopped. What is it?
Trade some things with
I am
me.
sworn to carry your burdens.
My darling, my love, my beloved. You really like that ebony axe thing. happens sometimes. Wine. This second-hand bottle of wine was taken from the Thalmor dining room. Or is this a Thalmor? I don't know what it is. The refectory. Morning Star, Book 1 of, dear God, 2920. The last year of the first era. By Karlovac Townway. No, we're not doing. I cannot handle another one. I have very little tolerance for this. It's just so much. So bad. The next one. I'll read the next one. I promise I'll read the next one. As long as it's something we have not read yet. Is that a dead person? That is a dead person. Do you have anything interesting? No. We have to be getting close.
What was that?
Oh, fuck! How did you see me so quickly? Fuck. Okay, we're gonna just go in. Let's get the rose, and we're just going to... Excuse me! What the fuck? We have like 0 health. Shit. Food. Let's try some like food. We are so fucked. Oh no, don't need that. Damn it. Ew. Oh, we're good. No! Not enough! Never enough! Okay. Are we hidden? There we go. There we go. See, we had a little help from our friends. What's that little door there? Do I want to go in there? Perhaps do. Somebody's bedroom. You are such a dramatic slut, okay? He just wants to fight. Did he get her? Did he get her, or do I have to... Fuck. Did you get him? No, we're still fighting. We're still fighting. Are we done fighting? No, we're still fighting. Just don't know where he is. Where'd you go? Where'd you go, little buddy? Where'd you go, little buddy? I don't know. Where did he go? Where'd you go? Oh, look at you. Dead as shit. Well, that's fun. There he is. I'm gonna take care of the friend. Iona, you can...
Just a scratch. I'm afraid of you.
Nice. No health, but such is life.
I'm still here. I am sworn to carry your burdens. Let's go.
Yeah, we're not gonna be able to carry much more, I guess. Ooh, that's okay though. I don't know. I think there was a sneaky way to do this, but I don't think we're doing it that way. I think we're like trying to do the sneak way and failing miserably. Oh look, he's in there. Hopefully he is... That's fun. Hi!
You there. What are you doing?
I'm rescuing you.
I never thought I'd see another friendly face again. We need to get to safety as soon as possible. Let's move.
Yeah, let's move. How do I let you out of there? How do I let you
Get
out?
of here. Fast as we can.
Well, you're kind of stuck there. But okay. Oh, he's out. Are you gonna eat that? I'm a werewolf. I like to eat bones. Ooh, a potent poison. Gross.
Oh.
You're in my way, dude. Ooh, some garlic. Let's see if there's anything interesting. Ooh. Ooh, I don't have enough to carry that. Hold on. A petal. The charmed necklace. Yes, we can now run again. Okay, I don't know how to leave. How do we leave here? How do we leave this place? Who is detecting me? I've killed them all. I don't know.
I'm still here.
Help me.
I am sworn to carry your burdens.
I love you. Or not. Oh, wait, hold on. I have some crap, apparently, that I can just throw to the side. Oh, Baron Zaya! Baron Zaya! Baron Zaya. Baron Zaya.
Come on then.
Hi.
Let's get going.
Trade some things with me.
I am sworn to carry your burdens.
Yep, you are, and I love you. That, take that. not gonna be able to get rid of enough stuff. Don't think. Okay, let's just start dropping things. Okay, we're good. We're good now. We're good now. But also, okay. See if we can open these. We might not be able to open these. I have a key. Why can't the key just open it? Ugh. Oh, it jiggled a little bit that time. Maybe. Nope, nothing. It's like it wants to, but it doesn't want to. We have like a shit ton of lockpicks. We can just go and go and go. Nope. Shit. Feel bad just like leaving her there. Hi. We might have to leave him here too. I should have upgraded my lock picking. Oh, hello. Little fish friend. Interesting. Empties. All empties. Books! The Song of Perennial. On his coming. Let's see. 1 to 6. What? I don't think I've read that one. The Bear of Markarth. I think I might have read that. Ingle and the Sea Ghosts. No, I'm not, I can't take it. I can't take it. A Brief History of the Empire, Part 4! City of Stone, no, we're not reading that. Okay, The Real Baranzaya, Volume 1. We're looking for Volume 2. Ancestors and the Dunmer. Anyways. Ooh. I am quite sleepy. It is 9 o'clock. It's rather. I
cannot thank you enough for rescuing me from this place. I suspect I'd never again see the light of day otherwise. Why would you risk your life for me, a stranger?
Your mom asked me to.
Of course. I should have known. This was all Abelstein's idea, wasn't it? Where is he?
He's waiting.
A wise decision, but I fear he may not be safe there anymore. They'll go looking for me, and Whiterun will be the first place they search. I cannot stay. Not here. Not in Whiterun. It likely won't be safe for Abelstein either.
Okay.
Our best hope now is to fall in with the ranks of the Stormcloaks. But would you do me a favor? Tell my mother to suffer the winter's cold wind, for it bears aloft next summer's seeds. She'll know what it means.
I'm sure she will.
You've given me my life back.
Yep, anytime, dude. We fucking massacred those dudes, didn't we? Well, let's see. We have to go speak to Jazargo. We have to go talk to the mom. We gotta take the war horn there. We'll do that next. Let's go talk to the mom first. Wow. Just like every time I try to clean these, I just make it worse. Okay. Yep, there we go. It's been like 4 hours and I haven't like really taken a break yet. And I'm kind of concerned that there won't be a good place to make the breaks. I guess when I go get the cat or something. Okay, we're dropping a bunch of shit off. I didn't want to do that, but it's fine. Hi.
I'm still here.
Trade some things with me.
I am sworn to carry your burdens.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go see what of this can be sold.
Let's go.
I don't know. I think it might be... Was it light outside when we got here? Or was it dark? It's okay. It's light. So we can probably still... Oh. Whoa, I'm feeling like kind of dizzy all of a sudden. Just gonna close my eyes for a minute and try to not be dizzy. Sometimes it happens, you know? You get a little bit dizzy. Hi, what do you have for sale?
Blades, helmets, pretty much anything.
Okay, that's
suit
great.
needs.
You do not have enough money for all of the shit that I have today. We need to, like, go do a lot of favors for somebody so we can become Thane somewhere else and spend the money on a house. He does not have enough money for that. It's gonna be hell trying to get rid of all this shit. Wait, hold on. What do you have for sale?
Looking to protect yourself?
I'm willing to waste some money to get rid of the crap. Debilitation. God damn it, they still have the maces. Pedal. Dwindling shock. The thing. I'll take those, I'll take those, I'll take all of those, I'll take all of those, take all of those, take all of those, pedal, Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I don't really need my money back. Let's see what she has.
I'm still here.
What do you have?
I am sworn to carry your burdens.
Okay, she doesn't have anything. Ooh. Oh my god, I think the alcohol is like hitting me really hard. I don't know why it would be doing that. Like, so like it's like it's been a bit. I've been like spacing it out, and so I didn't think, but like it feels. Woo. He's safe.
Is he? You've saved him?
It's not safe.
After all this, I can't even see.
I mean, he's gonna be fine.
How do I know you're telling me the truth and not just what I want to hear?
Winter's cold wind.
For it bears aloft next summer's seas. That's my boy.
Yep.
So it's true then. For now, it's enough to know that he's alive. I can find peace in that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, dear friend. You've given me back. I'd had Jorland forge this for Thorald. It was to be a present for his return. I suppose he can't have it now. Why don't you take it? We can always make another for the day when this war ends and Thorald can come home.
Yep. Have you heard from him?
No. It's enough for me to know that he's out there somewhere. Locked up like some animal in a cage.
What the hell? Whatever she gave us made us very... Steel war axe? Is that what she gave me? Well, anyway. Okay, I'm gonna have to go get my water because
Let me know if you see anything.
I can't add any more tap water to that. What is that? Uncommon taste. I always say that. And it's always uncommon taste. Okay, I'm gonna buy some shit from you. Okay, now I'm gonna sell some shit to you. Sell some... 12, 18, 16, 14. Oh, nice. I can sell you that for money now. I will sell that. I will sell those. I will sell those. Those. I will not sell those. I will, however, sell that, that, and that. 126, I'll sell those, and that. Carrots, I will sell those. Yep. We're gonna take him for every penny he's got. Oh, we have two of those. 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 Okay, we're done. Bye. Oh boy. You're the one talking to me. Is that a bird? Ooh. I don't know why my brain feels very bubbly right now, but I had a lot to drink, I think. I think that's probably enough. The other day, I ended stream, and the cat, I was just like hanging out, minding my own fucking business, you know, chilling, looking at things on the computer, doing stuff that I needed to do. My fucking cat jumps on my desk and knocks over what's left of my glass of wine, and it was very upsetting. Like, and not because I, like, particularly care about the wine, because, like, whatever, it's just wine, you know. But no, it was upsetting, because now there's wine all over my desk, and that was fucking annoying. But yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. That's full. You know, we could always go deliver that, Where's my cat? Why are you making that noise? Are you okay? You need something? But anyway. Here's what I'm thinking. I don't know what else I need to do. I'm gonna take a break. And then I will return. So, be right back.